Hello everyone, welcome to my fraction class today. So we are going to learn about the fractions. So whenever you see a whole number, any whole number, believe me, it's always in a fraction form. You can write it in a fraction form. For example, if you have a number 4, it's a whole number, right? Whole number, it's an integer, rational number, real number. So now, can we write this as a fraction? Yes, we can always write this as a fraction. You don't see, but it is always divisible by 1. And 1 can be a divisor or denominator. So any number can be written as numerator and denominator. Okay. So now today's topic is fraction, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Plus, I've seen many kids doing so many mistakes while adding. We are going to talk about that too, so that in future when you are adding your fractions, you should always remember those mistakes not to be done. Okay, so let's start today's class, fraction. So fractions, numerator and denominator, as I said, that any whole number can be written as fraction, denominator and numerator. Now I have seen many kids writing very odd while doing the fractions. For example, if this is your line, right, you see 4 plus 1 over 2, right? Make sure that you write all whole number in that form itself, like 2 plus 3 over 4. You should not be writing plus 3 like in between, plus 4 by 5, plus 7 somewhere here, plus 8 here. No. Always write in one line, because everything can be written as numerator and denominator. So let's start with the first thing, that is called the addition. So we have 2 over 3 plus 4 over 3. I'm starting with the very basic, okay? So we'll move forward with the different kind of questions, but this is very basic. 2 over 3 plus 4 over 3. So how to add? Just add the numerator. Please don't add denominators. Okay, denominators are not supposed to be added. Only you are talking about the numerator. If you have same denominator, just simply add all the numerators. Okay, so that is the first mistake I have seen kids doing. Sometimes they add denominator too. So make sure you are not doing that mistake. Okay, just add all the numerators. So whether it is addition or subtraction, if you have common denominator, just leave denominator as it is and do the operation among the numerators. For example, if it was 2 over 3 minus 1 over 3, that means 2 minus 1 divided by 3. So that line is fraction line as well as divisor line also. Okay. So this is the very simple one, where you have the same denominator. Now let's talk about when we don't have the same denominator. For example, if you have 2 over 3 plus 1 over 5. How to add when you don't have same denominator? So the first way, so there are two ways to do it. And one is a normal way, where you make the same denominator, because you know when you have the same denominators, you can add very easily your numerator, or you can subtract your numerators, right? So let's make first same denominator. If you see here, we have one side 3, the other side 5, and 3 and 5 both are prime number. You will not find any common factor there, right? So let's see that 3 and 5, how to make that same denominator? By multiplying this side both by 5 over 5 and this side both 3 over 3. So whatever operation you are doing with your denominator, make sure you are doing it with numerator too. Don't do that mistake where you are just making denominator same, forget about numerator, okay? So let's see. So here it will become 10 over 15 plus 3 over 15, right? And now you can just add your numerator very easily because now you have same denominator. I was talking about the second method to do it, and that is called butterfly method, okay? So butterfly method works when there are three things, plus, minus or equal to sign. But fraction, multiplication and division are totally different thing, okay? We will talk about that after finishing addition and subtraction, okay? So this is the first thing we are going to learn, butterfly method. Same we can take 2 over 3 plus 1 over 5. So butterfly method means you multiply like this, cross, you multiply like this, cross, and then you multiply by like this denominators, okay? So when you multiply this 2 times 5, you write it here. Whatever sign you have it here, make sure you write it there. And 3 times 1, you are multiplying cross, 3 times 1, 3. And 3 times 15. So look at this, that becomes 10 plus 3 over 15. And this is like this butterfly. Look at this. So you cross multiply, write your answer here. You cross multiply, write your answer here. Whatever plus minus you have it here, you make sure to write it here. And then cross multiply the numbers, you have it here, okay? For example, if it is A over B, C over D, okay? So that means you are multiplying A and D, but plus minus, whatever you have it here, you make sure you write it here. Then BC, you multiply here and divided by BD. So this is the formula you can say for butterfly method. Addition or subtraction, okay? So you cross multiply A and D, you write it here. Then whatever plus minus sign you have it, you write it there in between. Then BC you multiply here and then BD you multiply here and write as a denominator. Let's see a few more examples. Five over 6 plus 2 over 3. Now see, when you see this, you know it's very easy to make same denominator. You don't need to do cross multiplication or butterfly method because here it's very easy to just multiply numerator and denominator by 2 and you can make same denominator and you can do it very easily, right? When you are writing your answer, write it in the simplest form. Always. You cannot leave it in such a way where it is still divisible by some common number. So here you know that it is still divisible by a common number. So you write 3 over 2. So this was the method where you make same denominator. But I want to show you same thing by doing butterfly method. So it was 5 over 6 plus 2 over 3. You cross multiply. 5 times 3, 15 plus 6 times 2, 12 and 18. So 15 plus 12 over 18 is equal to 27 over 18 and you divide both of them by 9 and you will get 3 by 2. In this one, we see that 6 and 3 has, it was easier to make denominator same. But when there is a prime number and it's not easy to make denominator same, that time butterfly method is better. We can see that for another example. 4 by 3 plus 2 by 7. Now here, if you have to make the same denominator, you have to multiply by 3 this side, both the side, and 7 both the side. You can do one that way, or we can do the butterfly method, where it is 4 times 7, 28, 3 times 2, 6, write plus sign here, and 3 times, so 28 plus 6 over 21, right? So that way it's easier to do when you cannot make denominator common very easily and you don't have time. It's better to do butterfly method. So it is a fast process as well as correct all the time. Okay. Now the same butterfly method can be useful for the equal sign also. For example, here equal sign, if you have x over 2 is equal to 3 over 5, right? Now here equal sign, it's a butterfly method, means you just have to do cross multiplication. Here you don't have to multiply them like the way we were doing in plus and minus. That's the only difference. So you multiply 5 times x is equal to 2 times 3, that is 5x is equal to 6, and x is equal to 6 divided by 5. Okay. So equation and expression, as I told you in my before classes, that when you don't have equality sign or inequality sign, that is simple expression. And if you have equal, greater than, less than, or any inequality sign, then it becomes an equation, right? Equation, inequality, and expression. These three terms are different. Now there are two things. When you have numerator bigger than denominator, like for example 9 divided by 2, right? So here numerator is bigger, so it is divisible by the divisor 2. So 2 is denominator as well as divisor. 9 is numerator as well as dividend. Okay, so you divide 9 by 2. Always, okay, so this is the second mistake I'm going to tell you guys, that please kiddos, don't do that. Always numerator will be inside the box and you are going to divide it by the divisor, which is outside. Okay, so if this is the divisible sign and you are dividing it, make sure that that numerator is inside and you are dividing it by the denominator or divisor. So 2, 2 times 4 is 8, and you subtract and it is 1. So now look at this. This is a mixed number. So 9 over 2 was a fraction with numerator greater than denominator. You can convert that into a mixed fraction where 4 is your answer or quotient. Okay, both ways. It can be called as an answer or quotient. So 4. And what is your remainder? That is 1. And what is your divisor? 2. Okay. So see how to go back to the normal fraction. 4 times 2, you multiply 4 times 2 plus 1 divided by 2. So that is Q times D plus R over D, where Q is the quotient, answer of the, after dividing it with the divisor. Okay. So now this was the simple how to divide or how to convert a numerator when numerator is greater than denominator into a mixed fraction, improper fraction into a mixed fraction. Now we are going to talk about the multiplication and division. So if you have 4 over 3 multiplied by 9 over 8. I'm taking very easy numbers so that it will be easier for you to understand. So 4 over 3 multiplied by 9 over 8. Right? The method is you multiply 4 times 9 divided by 3 times 8. You multiply 4 and 9. So you multiply numerator with numerator divided by denominator times denominator. Right? But remember, it is division too. This sign is divisions too. So if you see here, you can cancel out like 4 times 1 and 4 times 2, or 3 times 1, 3 times 3. So it is 3 over 2. So you can always divide out, right, with a common number, numerator and denominator. If you can see that there is a common number and then both numerator and denominator are divisible by that common number, divide it. As I said before also, that you are supposed to write your answer in the simplest form, where it is not again divisible by a common number. That is called simplest form, which means that you cannot divide numerator and denominator by any common number other than 1. Okay, so this was the multiplication. Now the last one is called division. Before I say division, please remember this: keep, change and flip. K, C, F. If you have two numbers, for example 2 over 3 divided by 1 over 5. Just simple, okay? So it's easier to multiply than to divide. I have seen kids getting, I can say, scared of division of fractions. So convert that into multiplication all the time. It will be easier for you to work with those operations. So 2 over 3, so you keep this one, you change this one and you flip this one. So it is 2 over 3. You change the sign division into multiplication and you flip this with 5 over 1, which is 10 over 3. Which is 1 over 3. Again, let's take one more example. You have 7 over 2 divided by 14 over 8. I'm just taking numbers, random numbers. So you have 7 over 2 divided by 14 over 8. So you keep this, you change this sign and you flip whatever you have it here. So 7 over 2 multiplied by 8 over 14. Now again, when you see this kind of fractions, so you know numerator, you can just multiply numerator times numerator divided by denominator times denominator, and then you simply divide and convert that into proper fraction or improper fraction, whatever. But here, if you see this, you know that 7 times 1 and 7 times 2. So you can cancel like this, but which is not possible in addition and subtraction. So make sure you don't get confused. Oh, we can cancel out in addition and subtraction also. No. Addition and subtraction, you can only cancel with numerator over denominator, but you cannot cancel others numerator and other denominator. Whatever is after addition, you cannot do that. But multiplication, definitely you can do that. So see this change. When you are multiplying, you can cancel out the other numerator or denominator as well, right? So here you can cancel 1 times 2 and 2 times 1 and 4, and then again you can cancel 2 times 1 and again 2. So answer is 2, which was much easier, right? So don't be scared of fraction. Just practice, practice and practice. Bye-bye.